Sometimes people walk on by and they don't really see all the things that make me special, the things that make me me. But they just didn't recognize my capabilities, 'cause I can do so many things with RealAbilities.
I'm a developmental psychologist. I'm also a psychology professor at Marymount Manhattan College, and I have two nephews with special needs, both of whom are on the autism spectrum. And I wanted to create a show that would really open the minds of individuals to these special souls, not only with autism, but with other disabilities as well, and see them not only for their disability, but for their strengths. We're trying to raise $75,000 via Kickstarter to create a full season, full animated series of RealAbilities and the full comic book series. I chose the medium of an animated television show and a comic book series because I found that that type of genre is very appealing to children, specifically in the age bracket that we're trying to target, the 6 to 9-year-old age children, those who begin to really change their perceptions in a negative light towards individuals with differences. So we're trying to target them at the perfect time before they create these negative expectancies and negative perceptions of children with differences, and in this case, with disabilities.
I voice the characters of Uno and Ezra.
Mathematically, we have the advantage.
Uno has autism, and while he doesn't communicate in the most traditional way, he has certain skill sets that make him a really invaluable friend, sort of sees things in his own unique way, and is very helpful to those around him. Ezra is really optimistic, really sunny and upbeat, and brings out the best in his friends and everyone around him. He might have certain friends who have certain disabilities, but he does not see them as disabilities. He kind of helps them to shine for who they are. And it's been amazing to see the way it's been changing the perceptions of kids. People who have friends who might be disabled, but they're seeing them in completely different ways now. So very proud to be a part of that.
I voice the character of Melody. While Melody has a visual impairment, she also has perfect pitch and rhythm and really is a leader amongst the RealAbilities team.
Sometimes people who have
Melody
autism repeat
is
sounds or
very
words
strong
other
in
people
her
say.
will to fight off bullies in the school and help other kids discover just how talented they are and how to use their talents to really believe in themselves and be the best that they can be. I have learned so much about myself through this project, about the importance of not just viewing characters by their disability or by the things they can't do, but really by the things that they can do. I think it's just such an important educational tool, and I've really grown throughout this process, and I know that thousands of children across America will benefit from seeing this as well.
I voice Rolly, and it's such an honor to be able to be there for that character and to step into those shoes. I grew up watching so many different cartoons. It was only natural for me to start imitating voices. And this was a great opportunity for me to come out and voice a character, which was such an amazing opportunity for me to express myself and to get into a character. Rolly is such a great character. He's fun, he's energetic, he loves sports, he really loves being around people. He had an accident at some point, and now he has a physical limitation, and he's still really struggling how to deal with that, how to be himself, and remain positive and be with the people around him in a positive way.
I voice the characters of Seymour and Addie. Seymour is a boy who is hard of hearing. He wears a hearing aid, but he has great ability to see into the future and help people feel hopeful about things coming out okay, because he can see that what's in the here and now is not everything. He has this whole group that actually really embraces him for his disability, which is really great and encouraging for other kids with hearing loss who might be scared to go to school and wear their hearing aid because they might stick out like a sore thumb. It's interesting to see him develop as a person, as a kid, and see what he prefers. Does he kind of lean more towards talking and hearing, or does he lean more towards signing and being proud to show that to all of his friends and teach all of his friends that he can sign? I'm actually a social worker for the deaf and hard of hearing. Every word that we wanted included in the art in sign language, I kind of videoed and they watched all of them and decided where it was best to add it in and how to form his hand shapes, which is more challenging than you might imagine. And Addie is a little girl who has ADHD, and her strength is that she is really creative and has a lot of energy, and that lends to her great problem-solving skills.
Got real abilities, real abilities, real abilities to be all I can be.